I've apologized several times. You know, it was very clear to me in the heat of what was going on, in the heat of this crisis, I let my anger overcome me. And I've apologized multiple times. And I apologize not just for the fact that I use the word, but because it has forced a conversation about a word instead of about the pain that many people are feeling.
She's apologized multiple times for using the word thug to describe people who are throwing bricks through windows of stores and clearing out the store.
So what should we call them? Violent criminals. How about that? We'll call them violent criminals, or we'll call them gangsters. Or, I mean, thug is a word that goes back, if I can recall correctly, to the 1920s and 30s. I think they used to call James Cagney that in the movies.
Absolutely, they did.
Because he murdered people in the movies.
I mean, any band of marauding kids, no matter what color they are.
Actually, the fight over the word thug is not the issue. The issue is her apologizing to kids. I mean, they were 15, 16. 15 and 16-year-olds can commit murder. 15 and 16-year-olds have committed murder. If you get killed by a 15-year-old or a 50-year-old, you're still dead. If you get hit in the head with a brick and it does serious damage to you by a 15-year-old or a 50-year-old, you still have serious damage to your brain. And actually, most violent crime takes place between the ages of about 14 and 30 years old. It's mostly young people who are committing violent crimes. So for her to be apologizing after all the other apparent mistakes that she made, I don't get it.
Yeah.
So let's not use the word
up and worry about this, language that's being used.
Let's just call them a bunch of violent criminals who should be prosecuted as adults. They should be identified from those tapes, and there should be a concerted effort to prosecute them and put them in prison to teach others not to do that.
Well, we know the detectives are going through the tape, and they say they're doing a good job.
And they should be prosecuted
as these people in.
They should be prosecuted consistent with Maryland. They should be prosecuted as adults. They did adult damage. They should be prosecuted as adults.
All right.